This thing, if you need to change your settings, you got to do it without the power on to this thing. You can do it, but it won't recognize it. So if you're in the middle of a game, you're like, oh my gosh, we got to change channels, and you start flipping switches, it's not working. Just pull the power plug it back in. A couple seconds later, and it will recognize the change. Okay.
So like when you're saying like if there's cell interference or whatever, and you have to change it to channel 8, then you're gonna have to go and do those dip switches, power it off, do the dip switches, and then power back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And this is to coordinate those with this only.
Correct.
Okay.
You see the one green light went on. Okay. When it gets signal, the other 3 will start to flash. Okay. I don't understand why they flash, but I just know it's a good sign, and we got progress. Okay.
How do you keep all the different cords straight of what gets plugged into what?
Well,
Memorize it.
so let's talk storage real quick of equipment. So that will help. So like, you got to figure out between you and the swim team, like what equipment do we share? And let's have a central location for that equipment we share. Your System 6 you share, okay? Really, that's probably the only equipment you share. You're gonna wanna share extension cords and power strips and stuff like that. That's commonly used by both. But like your blue deck clocks and your wireless transmitter and your data cord should be with Waterpolo. So then you kind of know this is Polo stuff. And what I would suggest is, I look at this and go, I mean, I've seen people color code these things.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of color coding because, sure, you got red plugged into red, but I would encourage you to learn a little more about your timing system, so you understand, like, I'm plugging, this is for data. It's got RS-232, and this plug runs into my scoreboard plugs down here, so that's got to be for data. This is clearly a power because it's plugged into power. So I would encourage you to try to dive a little deeper into how it works. It's hard with high school because you get parents who say, I'll volunteer, but I don't know.
Exactly.
And okay, well, just color code it all.